There are some people whose words cut deeper than any blade. Chinecherem was one of them. In an affluent neighborhood where her 3-story mansion stood, gleaming with marble floors and crystal chandeliers, Chinecherem had built a reputation. She was a woman of excellence, a senior marketing executive at one of the country's top firms, a woman who commanded respect in boardrooms, a woman whose social media followers envied her perfect life, designer bags, luxury cars, a handsome husband, and a beautiful son. But those who truly knew her knew the truth. Chinecherem didn't just criticize, she destroyed. Her tongue was a weapon she had sharpened since childhood, as she wielded it without mercy. "I'm just being honest," she would say. "If I say something wrong, I have to speak, oh. I won't keep quiet about it." Her husband, Obiora, had fallen in love with a different version of her 10 years ago. But then, yes, she was sharp-tongued, but she owned her mistake. She would lash out, then come back with tears and apologies, sometimes even gifts. "Baby, I'm sorry. You know my mouth is my problem now. I will not repeat it again," she would say, and he would believe she would change. He would believe love would soften her edges. She was wrong. Over the years, motherhood didn't soften Chinecherem. Instead, it sharpened her clarity. Their son, Junior, learned to walk on eggshells in his own home. When he scored 98% on a test, her response was brutal. "So you lost 2 marks? What did you got 100? Don't you know that if you want to become relevant in life, you must strive to become the best?" When he played too loudly, she would say, "Are you crazy? Is this madness? Your peers are studying, and you are here making noise like you have no sense." The housemaid quit after 2 weeks. The gardener refused to return. Even her colleagues at work whispered in corners about her caustic remarks during meetings. "That woman, she has no filter at all," oh, they would say. But Chinecherem didn't care. She told herself she was preparing Junior for the cruel world. She was keeping her staff in line. She was maintaining standards. Then came the day that changed everything. Chinecherem had been managing a major account, a telecommunication company worth hundreds of millions. But during a crucial presentation, a competitor swooped in with a better offer. The client called her that afternoon to tell her that they were going with someone else. She lost the account, and with that, her position in the firm. She was fact, her bosses have been looking for a reason to let her go. She drove home in fury, her hands trembling on the steering wheel. "How dare they? After everything I've done? Useless people. They'll see. They'll see. They'll see. I will bounce back and show all of them." She stormed into her mansion, slamming the door. Junior was in the living room, building a tower with his blocks. In his excitement to show her, he jumped up, and his elbow caught the tower. Blocks scattered across the marble floor. What happened next was something Obiora would never forget. "You foolish child!" Chinecherem screamed. "You cannot do one thing right. Look at this mess. You are 7 years old, behaving like a baby. Your peers have winning competition. Why you are here, scattering blocks like an idiot." Junior's lips trembled. "Mommy, I'm sorry." "Sorry? Sorry for what? For being a disappointment? For being the reason I'm stressed? You are lucky I even feed you. Useless boy. Come on, stand up from here. Don't move, in fact. Don't move. Stand there. You are not eating dinner tonight. Since you like to waste things, waste your hunger too." She stormed to her room, leaving Junior frozen in the living room, tears streaming down his face. When Obiora returned from work that evening, Junior ran to him. "Daddy, I'm hungry." "Hungry? Haven't mommy given you food?" "No, she said she's not going to give me food because I scattered blocks on the floor." "Can you imagine how we should do that kind of thing?" And then he strode towards the room to go and speak with her. The fear in his son's eyes broke something in Obiora. He had tried to be patient with his wife. He understood career stress. He made excuses for her behavior for years, but this was too much. He went to their bedroom, Calmly, he said, Chinecherem, you need to apologize to Junior. What he did doesn't even need scolding. He's just a child. So you're supporting him, Abby? She exploded. That stupid boy breaks things every day. And you are here defending him. I must discipline him until he learns. You are too soft. That's why he's turning out useless. Chinecherem, please. The slap echoed through the bedroom. Shut up. Just shut up and go and eat. I don't have energy for your nonsense tonight. Obiora stood there, his cheeks stinging, his heart breaking. He looked at the woman he had married and barely recognized her. He packed a bag that night for himself and Junior. You're going to stay with my brother for a while, he told her quietly. You need space. I need space. We all need to breathe. Go then, she shouted. See if I care. Worthless people. But as their car pulled out of the compound, something twisted in Chinecherem's chest. For 3 days, the house was silent. No Junior's laughter, no Obiora's gentle presence. Just her, alone, in her mansion with her anger. On the 4th day, Obiora called her mother, Oluchi. Mom, we need your help. When Oluchi and her sister, Adaora, arrived at the mansion, Chinecherem was still defiant. I don't know why you are here. Oh. I didn't ask for anyone. Be quiet and sit down, Oluchi commanded, her voice like iron. Chinecherem sat. For an hour, they talked. Adaora spoke about her own friend who destroyed her family with her tongue and died alone, bitter and abandoned. Oluchi reminded Chinecherem of the sweet girl she had raised, the one who used to apologize, who used to care. Then Oluchi delivered the blow. Your son said he wishes he had a different mother. He told his father he's tired of being called stupid. He's just 7 years old, for Christ's sake, Chinecherem. 7! And he's already giving up on you. Chinecherem's face crumbled. The dam broke. She wept, deep sobs that shook her entire body. What have I done? What have I become? The road back wasn't easy. Therapy, support groups, long, painful conversations with Obiora and Junior. There were setbacks, moments when stress triggered her old pattern. But now, when she lashed out, she caught herself, apologized, tried again. Months later, when a new job offer came with its own pressure, Junior watched his mother take a deep breath. It's okay, mommy, he would say softly. She knelt down, pulled him close. Thank you, baby. Mommy is still learning. And for the first time in years, he hugged her back without fear. Some scars take time to heal, but healing, Chinecherem learned, begins when you finally admit, I need help and I want to change.